So this one's gonna be a good one. This one is gonna be one that you guys have probably been waiting for a little bit. Today we're gonna talk about good ways to make money and things we do, things we have personal experience in, on top of some of the things on the side. Alright guys, so we mentioned about 4 months ago, we both started our journey into this self-improvement, entrepreneur, whatever, this success story. So what I chose to start with was dropshipping. Now, dropshipping is a very, very difficult thing to start. It is not as easy as people make it seem. So if you're hoping that you're gonna hop on dropshipping and with the first 5-10 products you're gonna find the winner, very rare, very, very rare. Most likely you're going to have to test a bunch of different products. There's a lot to do. You're gonna have to handle multiple things. It also requires capital because you're gonna have to test a bunch of stuff. So long story short, if you actually want to develop skills to be successful in a business, dropshipping will teach you a lot. That's what I do personally. That's one of the things I do, and it would be a good recommendation to a lot of you guys out there if you actually want to learn the ins and outs of a business, how to run it.
So one of the things I do is marketing. I have a marketing agency and we help flooring companies get leads. Pretty much what we do is we do outreach on Facebook and then we get them interested. We hop on a call, we close them, and we run ads for them, which gets them lead, and then they're happy and we're happy because we have a monthly recurring fee. This business is a service-based business, and if you're a beginner, I really recommend it because it doesn't need a lot of capital. Dropshipping on the other hand, you guys will need a little bit of capital to run ads. Whatever questions you guys have about dropshipping, you guys can ask him. Whatever you guys have questions about marketing agency or service-based business, you guys can ask me. So you just heard 2 great ways to make money, and both ways are online. So this will give you location freedom, time freedom, and it will give you financial freedom. Third way, I would say, is a great way to make money is get a regular job. Because whatever business you start, whether it is dropshipping or marketing agency, end of the day, it's good to have capital. Not capital to invest in the business, that's a great way, that's a good thing to do, but invest in yourself. So get knowledge, even like buying a course.
But the thing is, when you buy all these courses, right, you go into them and you extract the value from each of them and you build your own way, you build your own path. So essentially, you are self-improving, you are investing money back into yourself. Like he mentioned, it's good just have, maybe not a 9 to 5, I mean, you can have a 9 to 5, doesn't matter. Just have some sort of source of income before you go into an online business, because like he also mentioned, any business that you like involve yourself with, it will require some sort of capital. If it's dropshipping requiring a lot more, if it's something else requiring a lot less, it doesn't matter. You will need some sort of capital, something to lean on.
And all the ways we say to make money, if you guys are confused and don't even know what it is or like how to get started, I'll tell you one thing. You can get started with Googling it or putting it on YouTube. There is a lot of information, a lot of value on YouTube. Just type in dropshipping, type in marketing agency, type in Amazon FBA, and find what you'll be good at. You're not gonna be good at everything. You could be if you're talented, but just find something that maybe like you have experience with, or maybe your family has a business in it, and try to improve it.
So the big part about having location, financial, and time freedom is not putting all your eggs in one basket. Like me, for example, I don't just do dropshipping. You have to have multiple sources of income and you slowly develop. Maybe you're not earning like crazy numbers, crazy money in each of them yet, but as long as you have 1, 2, or 3 and you keep developing more, right? You have a few sources of income. You can slowly develop each of them and pull more money from each of them. And in the end, you keep more money, invest it back in the business, make more. But never ever depend on only one source of income, because that can completely fuck you. Completely. If you are smart enough to go through with it, if you actually put in the work and develop these sources of income and you have multiple, right? Eventually the goal is to automate them. But in the beginning, just be prepared to put work, a lot of work into each of them, because each source of income will require a different version of you, something else. So be prepared to have to learn a bunch of new skills. Be prepared to like not go as much. Be prepared to stay in. Be prepared to actually put in the time, because it is not easy, but it is definitely well worth it. So one thing you will have to be very good at is time management, because all of these things will take up a lot of time. And once you are at the point where you are making a decent amount of money, start outsourcing, because there's simply not enough hours in a day for you to do everything. And honestly, you're gonna burn out and you're gonna give up. because you can't do everything yourself. It is impossible. It's not impossible. It's extremely hard. It will take up all your time, and you'll have no motivation.
So since you mentioned time, there's one more thing you guys should know, is that even though like making money as quick as possible is a good way to do it, it will take time. Like if you think it will take 3 months, 6 months, it might take 1 year or 2 years. So do not get frustrated if it's not working first 3 months, because everything takes time. Another thing, if you want to scale your business as high as possible, let's say you have a goal to make 10K a month. You should not be aiming for 10K. You should be aiming for 30K, because higher you aim, higher you're gonna reach.
The reason he said that is because the higher you have your goals set, I mean, obviously you don't have them set like 100K the third month, or even in a year, 100K a month is absolutely insane for just 1 year. But the reason he said that is instead of saying, oh, I want to make 5K, 10K, no, say like 20, 30K. And if you're serious about it, in the attempt of making 20, 30K a month, you will surpass the 5 and 10K you originally wanted to make. Understand? Make sense?
So once the video started, we both started mentioning a couple ways to make money. And one thing we mentioned is mindset. If you ever seen like ways to make money videos online on YouTube, let's say, they always say first thing is mindset. And they're right, because we don't want to mention this in the start because you guys will be like, okay, like they're like everybody else. Mindset is what will get you rich. If you have very poor mindset, you're not gonna go far, because as soon as you see a challenge, you're not gonna get over it and you're gonna give up like everybody else. Just so you guys know, 90% of businesses, they all fail.
If you have a bad mindset, once a problem comes up, because I assure you, not a problem, problems, plural, multiple problems will come up. If you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, if you're on the right path, hella problems will come up. Hella. And when you see those problems, you see 1, 2, 3, okay, whatever, I'll keep pushing. 3, 4, 5, okay, whatever, pushing. No, bro. Even on the 20th, the 30th problem, you have to see the problem at hand, you have to analyze it, and make the next best move. Do not think of obstacles as an obstacle. Okay, I know that might sound stupid, but hear me out. An obstacle is simply something you have to get over, overcome, and outsmart. And that is the path. That is how it works. That is how you will become successful. An obstacle cannot stop you. It might slow you down, but it's okay. You will learn from it and get better and keep going. It doesn't matter how much obstacles, because there will be obstacles. It doesn't matter how long it will take, because if you want to get there, if you actually want to get there, retire your family, you will simply keep going.
So since I mentioned mindset, with mindset, another good thing to think of is stress. So with money and with businesses, there's going to be a lot of stress, and you guys have to be very good at managing stress. There's no other way. If you fall under pressure, you're going to fail. Once you start like moving up, there's going to be people, maybe people like as your friends, or even your family, or people you just don't even know. They will hate on you just because you're doing better than them and you're improving life when they're not, and when they're just being okay, being comfortable. They will hate on you. So you have to be ready for the hate.
Yeah, definitely. That's inevitable. If you're on the right path of anything, even if it's not self-improvement, if you're on the right path and you're on the path of hitting your goal, and people see this, they do not like it, because automatically they compare themselves to you, and they see that they're here and you're still next to them, but you're going up. They don't like that. They don't like to see you doing better. They do not like that. That's human nature. There's nothing you can do about it. But it will add to the stress. Be prepared for it, and simply don't give any energy to it, bro. Don't entertain it. Nothing, bro. Completely ignore it. It doesn't serve you anything. It doesn't serve no purpose. It's there. Use it as motivation.
So far what we mentioned dropshipping, service-based business, mindset, stress, time management. What's next? So more ways to make money. Here are some more things. We got Amazon FBA, which you guys could learn on YouTube. There's a lot of videos out there. It's a really hard way to start, but you guys can do it if you really work hard. Another great way, which is a good skill, is wholesale real estate. Real estate is probably the best business in this country, but as of starters, it's extremely hard to like start investing because you need credit score, you need capital. But with wholesale real estate, you don't need that much capital.
Just be prepared when you go into real estate, since yes, you can take out different types of loans that where you only gotta put 3% down, yes, this, that, but you are still taking out a loan, and yes, there's such thing as good debt and bad debt. And even though the real estate will give you the money back, you will still be in debt, so that will add to the stress. So that's why we recommend if you do not have capital, if you do not have money, don't get started with real estate. But real estate should be the end goal. Real estate should be once you have money, once you make your first 100K, go into real estate.
So all of them are great ways to make money, but what can you do to get started? You guys have to set a goal. You guys have to know what's your goal in 6 months, short-term goals. What's your goal in 1 year or 2 years or maybe 5 to 10 years? So this is very important. If you want to get started, I'll give you guys a good tip. You guys should try monk mode. So what it is, first thing you have to do is you have to meditate for 10 minutes at least every day. You guys should do it in the morning once you wake up. If you shower, after a shower, do for 10 minutes. Number 2, no drinking or smoking, no exceptions. Number 3 is no watching porn. Number 4, spend 3 to 4 hours every day investing in yourself, learning a new skill. Do these 4 steps for 21 days, and I guarantee you, you will change. It takes 14 days to change a habit, and with 21 days, you will change your mindset.
Alright, so habits. Habits are definitely a huge part of your success, okay? Your habits determine where you will end up. If you have a lot of bad habits, you're going to keep going down that path. If you have a lot of good habits, obviously you're going to keep going down that path. Throughout your days, take a close look and write down what are your good habits and what are your bad habits. Immediately cut the bad habits out. Immediately. Don't even think about it. Cut it out and start making the good habits bigger and make that a trend, okay? So something that I'm not sure if a lot of people say this or not, but what I have found to be true is success is all about speed, okay? Get the momentum going. Get it going and do not stop, okay? No matter what, if you said you were going to do something, do it. Do not let anything interfere with the speed of your progress. It will completely stop you. Once you let that first thing stop you, you're gonna like slack it off. You're gonna be like, I don't have to do it, whatever. I'll just take a nap, I'll just go to sleep. If you wake up, you're like, alright, I got work to do today, but I really don't feel like it. Fuck that. As soon as you get the thought in your head of I'll just, for 5 minutes, I'll just go to sleep. No. Get up on the spot, right there. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself. You have places to be. You have things you want to become. You have people to fucking retire it. You have people to make proud. You have things to do, man. Every single time a thought comes up that will slow down your progress and get that momentum to stop, think about this. The fucking regret you will feel when you get to that certain point, when you said next year by this time, I will be here. That time, by next year comes and you look back and you said, oh shit, I said that a year ago, but I stopped, I didn't pursue it. Imagine you did it, bro. Imagine you kept going with it. Where would you be? How much further along would you be? How much closer would you be to the success, to the things you want to be, to the person you want to be, to everything?
So it's going to be a little bit hard take. I hate hard takes because a lot of you guys have a lot of ego. But the only person that you guys should be competing with is the best version of yourself. If you're level 5, your number one competition is yourself at level 100. You guys are on your phones a lot for no reason. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm on my phone at least 9 hours a day. But I would say 7-8 hours it's me just working. 1 hour is probably TikTok, because I also have a TikTok page. But you guys should not be wasting time watching shows, watching movies, and watching TikTok.
The free time you do have, say after school, after work, yes, that's the easy thing to do. To pick up your phone, just scroll, why not? Just watch a movie, put on a show, eat something, go to sleep. That's the easy thing to do. But fuck that, man. Like, why would you pick the easier thing to do? Yes, it may be more comforting in the moment, but you know in the long run, if you took the same time that you were putting into Netflix, and if you use that time to develop yourself and ways to make money, the person you will become is nothing compared to who you are right now. So the free time you do have, instead of using it to go to sleep and just relax, I'm sorry, but you gotta get right back to work, bro. You gotta get right back to work. You gotta use that time to learn, to self-educate, to self-develop, to make money. You have to use that time. The free time you have is not time to slack. It's time to actually work harder.
All of this might be a lot of information, but if you want to get started and you're motivated, step number one is to go on YouTube and learn something. Learn a skill, develop it, and start working.
Yeah, that's true. Like the first thing you need is just one high income skill. So that goes right back to what I was saying a second ago. Essentially, what you were doing is creating businesses or creating different ways to acquire money. Okay, and then once you have that, you use a little more time, and you start doing a second thing. And then once you're making enough money, you hire somebody, you pay them, but you're still making more money. Yes, it might suck. You might have to pay somebody, but think about it this way: time is actually money. So if you pay somebody $50 to do a job, but that makes you $300. Yes, you only keep 250, where you could have had 300 if you did it yourself. But instead of that $50, now you have time, which you can use to develop a second source of income to make you even more money. Think about it. It's all a game. Life is a game. Set it up, play it, play your cards right, be smart.
One thing I shouldn't be is a hypocrite. Do not be a person who starts every single side hustle and doesn't go 100%. Because those people are the ones who say, oh, dropshipping's dead, agencies doesn't work, Amazon FBA is dead. Because they don't go 100% in. Whatever you start, go 100% in. Go all the way in. And if it fails, that's fine. But try another thing and go 100% in that too.
Your failures are not who you are. Your failures are what build you up to the person you will become when you succeed. The more you fail, the more experience you have. The more experience you have, the more likelihood of success you have.
So everything we talk about, you guys should pay attention to. You guys should not be, oh, you're not this, you're not that. Okay, but what are you? Go in the mirror, look at yourself, find where you're at. Are you happy with yourself? If you are, good for you, I'm happy for you. But if you're not, pay attention and learn from us. We're also growing, and we want to grow with you.
So that was a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to consider in one video, but please take the time and consider it, because this is only said for your benefit. We could very easily just not make videos like this, but we chose to document it to help people, to help kids our age. I know I say this a lot, but extract value from it, actually put it into use. Things don't get done by you saying it'll get done. Things get done by you taking action. That's all we have for this video. This was like different ways, different experiences we have on how to make money, how to get started. Thanks for watching. Drop the mic.